Welcome to the Bandano Podcast, where we're calling a spade a spade. Great to be here with you guys today. These companies' commitment to cater to the slows, shout out to W360, the commitment to the slows is just throwing money down the drain. Opening up the window, taking a duffel bag of cash, and just throwing it out the window of a moving car. That's what they're doing with their resources. You look at Asia Wilson's signature shoe, her logo, resources wasted. You look at the Paige Bueckers Nike logo. Does this look like they really wanted to do this, or they were just catering to that crowd? So they said, oh, let's just get up Paige and let's give her a logo. Let's cater to the crowd. PB, paint bucket. This looks like a paint can. This doesn't look like they're all in on Paige. This looks like they threw something together just to appease the slows. Fair enough. You look at Caitlin Clark, the Wilson basketball, selling like hotcakes. The Kobe PEs, selling like hotcakes. The Barbie, selling like hotcakes. The action figures, selling like hotcakes. The Funko Pop, selling like hotcakes. Merchandise, selling like hotcakes. T-shirts, selling like hotcakes. It's not the same case with everybody else. And now the latest company to just take money and throw it down the drain is a company I grew up with. It's a company I grew up with. I think many of us had these. Paige Bueckers signs a deal with Lego as she prepares to be the next signature athlete. Now, my question to you: how many kids know who Paige Bueckers is? Number one. How many kids' parents know who Paige Bueckers is? Number two. And if you're walking in a toy store, whether it's Target, whether it's a toy section at Walmart, and you see this face on a box, who knows who this is? Seriously, who knows who this is? Same thing with the Nike logo that I said, just thrown together, pieced together real quickly on the fly because they're not really fully invested, so they're just putting it out to put it out. They're not taking their time, they're just putting out slop to put out slop, so the slows can cheer and do backflips. Folks, if I didn't tell you who this was, I wouldn't even know myself. If I wasn't told who this person is supposed to be here, I wouldn't even know myself. But the craziest part of all this is that they're using Iowa Hawkeyes colors to promote a UConn Husky play. Interesting. They're using Iowa Hawkeyes colors to promote a Dallas Wings play. Interesting. So they need to find something to connect Paige Bueckers to Caitlin Clark so people can even pay attention to this. And in case you guys don't know, the Dallas Wings colors, what is it? Dark blue, navy blue, and like a lime green, something like that. This is Iowa Hawkeye, yellow and black. Black and yellow, yeah. You know what it, shout out to Wiz Khalifa, it is what it is. Paige Bueckers is being incredibly forced upon us by ESPN, by WNBA reporters, and by these companies like Nike and Lego. Why is that? Well, because she checks the boxes. She checks the boxes. They tried to attach her to Caitlin Clark during Caitlin Clark's junior year, during Caitlin Clark's senior year. They tried to attach her to Caitlin Clark in any way, shape, or form that they possibly could. While Caitlin Clark is busy being a rookie in the WNBA, super senior Paige Bueckers is over there in UConn hooping it up, getting carried by AZ Fudd and Sarah Strong to a national championship. But let me just show you some of the numbers behind Paige Bueckers. We have Paige Bueckers' WNBA debut. Paige Bueckers' WNBA debut averaged 639,000 viewers on Ion. You think somebody with actual motion would be put on Ion for their WNBA debut? Somebody that the masses cared about, do you think they would be put on Ion for their WNBA debut? Somebody that generates real traction, real ratings, real numbers would have Ion be the platform for their WNBA debut? Well, we look at Caitlin Clark. Her WNBA debut averaged 2.12 million viewers, and ESPN was smart. They said, I want that game. That Caitlin Clark WNBA debut, I want that game on my platform. ESPN was looking at this season's 2025. Who's got their WNBA debut? Anybody that we want? No, nobody that we want's WNBA debut. We'll pass on that. But they saw Caitlin Clark and they said, oh no, we got to get in on that. 2.12 million viewers on ESPN. But I get it. Fine, Ben, that's Ion. Fair enough. Caitlin Clark's debut on Ion, before people even knew that this was a channel that existed, one, showed WNBA basketball, two, 724,000 views. Nearly 100,000 more people tuned in to Caitlin Clark and her debut on Ion before people even knew that this network existed. Now, I'm not a mathematician. I don't know how to reverse calculate the numbers, but I would assume that this 639 last year would probably look a little bit more like 430. Maybe, if I had to take a guess. Crazy work. Crazy work. But then we look at Paige Bueckers a little bit later in the season. Wings Liberty on NBA TV, 260,000. You guys remember last year, Caitlin Clark on NBA TV? 500,000, 550,000, 570,000, 580,000, 620,000, 740,000. NBA TV records for a WNBA game. Paige didn't even come close to that. Manufactured motion. Forced star. She's getting forced upon us. Look at the attendance to the Dallas Wings games. My point exactly. Not sold out until a certain somebody visited, until a certain team came to town. Not sold out. And we're talking about a sub 10,000 seat arena. Not sold out. It's very interesting that these companies are just willing to throw money down the drain just to appease certain people. I mean, Paige Bueckers is now the face of Unrivaled, and starting in 2 days. Nobody really cares. At all. This isn't even a Paige Bueckers video. These companies are just wasting resources on catering to the crowd. Instead of giving people what they really want, instead of actually trying to make money, these companies would rather lose money just putting out slop. Because to be honest with you, Paige Bueckers, she deserves better than this Nike logo. Right? This is trash. It's a bucket. It isn't Paige Bueckers' fault. It's Nike's fault for wasting their time and resources on an athlete that they really don't care about. That's my point here. You look at this Lego, you tell me that they can't make a better Lego than this? Of course they could, if they wanted to. It's the thing. Of course they could, if they wanted to. They don't want to. They just want to cater to a crowd and then appease a certain people. It's nasty work. It's nasty work. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Appreciate all the support. Like the video and subscribe. That means so much to me. See you next time, and as always, take it easy.